Okay, so here I have a Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra 5G phone, and I will do an unboxing of this, and I will also try it on with a new silicone cover from Samsung for the Galaxy S20 Ultra. So I will also do some comparison to the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, physical comparison and design comparison with a Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus, and I will also compare it to an old Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. I really love this phone, and I also will compare it to my very old iPhone 7, and I will also compare it to the iPhone XS Max that I record this video with. But let's start with unboxing, the most important thing, I guess. And this is a cosmic black version, as you can see there, and 128 GB of storage. Really nice box, as you can see. So let's start with this. This is so cool to do with new phones. Like that. And in the top of the box, as usual, we have documentations and a SIM card pin. So this is the documentation in the top of the box, and here we have the phone itself, amazingly black. So wow, really heavy. This phone is very heavy. Compared to my iPhone XS Max, I think this is even heavier. But here we have the large camera module, as you can see. So we do this later. Let's see what's more in the box first. Here we have some protection for the rest, and here we have a charger. As you can see, a Samsung original charger with a USB Type-C port. And here we have something more in the box. No, I don't think so. And we have a USB Type-C cable for the charger. And here we have some USB Type-C headphones with different plugs, different sized plugs. So, and these are from AKG as usual. Nice to know. So that's what's in the box. So let's go back to the phone now. The one thing that you all is looking for is the phone itself. And let's remove this. I think this is a pleasure to do. It feels so good to do this. Really nice. So, and we have a screen protector from Samsung mounted on it. I will keep that, of course, for now. So let's start the phone, and as you can see, compared to the Note 10 Plus now, the power button is on the right side instead of the left side that it is on the Note 10 Plus. So the volume rocker and the power button is on the right side now. And here at the top we have the SIM card and micro SD card slot and a microphone. And on this side we have nothing. And on the bottom we have a USB Type-C port, speaker and microphone, but no 3.5mm headphone plug. So let's power it on like that. As you can see, Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra 5G. Here in Sweden I don't know how good 5G networks we have, but hopefully good enough. So while that phone is starting, we can see the really great display. As you can see, this display has 120 Hz. If you have a low resolution of 1080p, I don't really like that lower resolution, so but that's what you need to have if you want to use 120 Hz. So compared to the display on my Note 10 Plus and the S20 Ultra, as you can see, the S20 Ultra is even taller than the Note 10 Plus, as you can see. So it's a really huge phone, and the weight of it is much more than the Note 10 Plus. The width of the phone is maybe, yes, it's not as wide as the Note 10 Plus. The Note 10 Plus is a bit wider. And as you can see, the S20 Ultra has rounded corners, while the Note 10 Plus has a more squared design. Personally, I really like the more square design more, actually. You get more screen real estate, I think, when having a squared phone. So that's a comparison to the Note 10 Plus, as you can see. But before we do more comparisons, we will do an unboxing of the case and try that on and compare that to my cases for the Note 10 Plus. So here we have a original silicone case from Samsung for the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra, and it's in black, as you can see. Looks great and feels great. I like the silicone feel of it. So let's try that on the phone. Really easy to mount this case on the phone itself. Now I can feel the case in the corner of the display. I don't really like that, but maybe I can get used to that. And as you can see, you can still have the USB Type-C and the speaker and the microphone. And here we have the microphone at the top, as you can see. And here we have the power button and the volume rockers. So this works through the case. And the most important thing is that the case makes the camera module totally flat with the case. That's very, very important, because then you can have it on the table completely stable, as you can see. So that's really good with this case, as you can see. Very, very nice case. So let's compare that to my Note 10 Plus here. And I have 4 cases here to try it with. So let's try this brown leather case with the Note 10 Plus, so we can see the difference of both the cases and the feel of it and so on. As you can see, this case has also buttons on the side, and we have everything completely. As you can see, you can even remove the S Pen and so on, and we have some microphones and stuff here. So in this case, this phone, I must admit, I don't feel the case's edges as much as I do with this case. Actually, I think this case is more over the display, if you know what I mean. But otherwise, I really like the feeling of the silicone case on this one. And as you can see here, we have the different sizes with the cases on. Then I guess you can see that the S20 Ultra is still larger, taller than the Note 10 Plus, but the Note 10 Plus is obviously wider. Personally, I like that. And here you can see how much thicker the S20 Ultra is compared to the Note 10 Plus. As you can see, with the black silicone case and the leather case for the Note 10 Ultra. Probably because the case should cover the camera module on this one, so that makes the phone much thicker. And also, of course, for the larger battery in this one, 5000 mAh. Man, that's it. This is with the cases on and so on. Let's compare the S20 Ultra to my other phones now. The iPhone XS Max and the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus and the iPhone 7. First, we do a comparison to my old Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus that I have really loved. This is one of the best phones I have ever bought. And as you can see, the S20 Ultra is, of course, taller. Quite a bit taller. I must admit that I thought this S20 Ultra would be much bigger compared to the S8 Plus, but not so much actually. And as you can see, the S20 Ultra is a bit wider, but not so much actually. Not a lot wider, but a bit wider. But as you can see, the S20 Ultra is taller at least. So that was a comparison to the S8 Ultra, S8 Plus and the S20 Ultra in design and size. And the S8 Plus is a lot lighter than the S20 Ultra, a lot lighter. And of course the display on the S20 Ultra is much bigger because the S8 Plus has bezels at the top and the bottom. And here we have the very small iPhone 7 in comparison to S20 Ultra. As you can see, it's way smaller than the S20 Ultra, both not as wide and not as tall as the S20 Ultra, as you can see. So comparison to iPhone 7 is not really a comparison, I think. But now I need to switch the camera. My iPhone XS Max is my camera now. But to compare that, I need to switch to another phone to record a comparison with the iPhone XS Max and this S20 Ultra. So here we have the S20 Ultra and my iPhone XS Max, and let's compare them in size. As you can see, the S20 Ultra is much taller than the iPhone XS Max. And iPhone XS Max I thought was very huge and heavy. But as you can see, the S20 Ultra is much taller. But the iPhone XS Max is wider. Not so much, but it is wider actually. You can even feel that in your hand. So the iPhone XS Max is wider, the S20 Ultra is taller. But when I hold them like this, I feel actually the weight of the phones is about the same. The feel of it is that the iPhone XS Max and the Galaxy S20 Ultra is having about the same weight actually. They feel the same in the hands. So I thought the S20 Ultra would be much heavier because of the huge camera module, as you can see on the back. And comparison to the iPhone XS Max camera module with the S20 Ultra, you can see how huge the camera module is in comparison. So that was a comparison to my iPhone XS Max without cases. So that was it. So all in all, this Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra 5G is a very impressive phone in the design and build quality. Samsung really knows how to do phones these days. It has come a very long time since they did the plastic phones that you could take off the backside and so on. The Samsung Galaxy S3, for example. I had a Galaxy S3 and you could remove the backside of that one. It was completely in plastic. So Samsung has come a long way since then, and build quality of this phone is excellent. I really love this phone, and I think that this phone in overall is very impressive with specs and all that, so I can highly recommend the S20 Ultra. But I haven't used this one yet, but I still think that the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus is a very good phone to buy, and I think you can actually save some money going for the Note instead of the S20 Ultra. I think so. It's a very good phone, the Note 10 Plus. Okay, bye.